had a honeymoon in Israel, and he baptized in the Jordan River, so I'm still going to take a piece of him there and bring him to the Jordan as we had planned. But he said I would be late for our wedding, and I said no, because I'll be staying at the place wherever we have our wedding. But I didn't mean to be late for his funeral, and he never did say that I would do that. But it would be like in the tease like that. He was larger than life. He loved jazz and lots of alternative music, and he loved movies, and especially with Michael's talent for the piano, he loved piano music and also horns and sax is what I love. But we loved the same things, and we had the same quirky similarities. We were both scared of suspension bridges, and we both were allergic to sulfur drugs, like weird stuff, you know. But we had a commonality, and it was almost laughable when we first met, because I've always had a heart for serving, and it's like we had a competition as to who could do the most good deeds in a week, you know. we just were constantly missing each other at the end, and that's what I don't have a regret over, because Steve supported what I did. But the last week of his life, a friend of mine needed help moving back from Denver, so I got the news of his death when I was, I think, passing through Kansas or Missouri with her. And he totally was okay with me going, but we were supposed to be together that weekend, and another weekend I was helping a friend move. And we were supposed to be together that weekend, and I'm thinking God's grace and mercy, he allowed me not to see Steve that last month, because I think if I had touched him and smelled him, I wouldn't have been able to bear losing him as it was. When I got the news, I felt like someone had thrown me into a blender. I don't know. I've never had a crushing experience. I've never been so sad in all my life losing him. But I'm also as grateful as I am sad, because we had something that so few people have. And I did bring on my phone, I don't know if I can find it. He wrote me a card on our 34th day of being together. And we did exchange mail since we had a long distance relationship. I live in the Northeast Georgia Mountains. In any event, if I can find my gallery, I did put it in the front. His card said, and this to me is just like God speaking, because he loves us this way, and it sounds scriptural, but it was from Steve. I love, think, feel, smell, taste, hear, sense the slightest movement of you. When I look into your eyes, I am washed with your love. Expanding like the universe, my love for you is now there. And it is so much like scripture, because I have another devotional that is similar, and it's Jesus saying, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Before time began, I knew you. For years you swam around in a sea of meaninglessness, searching for love, hoping for hope. All that time I was pursuing you, aching to embrace you in my compassionate arms. When time was right, I revealed myself to you. I lifted you out of that sea of despair and set you down on a firm foundation. Sometimes you felt naked, exposed to the revealing light of my presence. I wrapped an ermine robe around you, my robe of righteousness. I sang you a love song, whose beginning and end are veiled in eternity. I infused meaning into your mind and harmony into your heart. Join me in singing my song. Together we will draw others out of darkness into my marvelous light. And that's what Steve would have wanted more than anything else, because he loved God more than anything. He would have wanted everyone to know that love and to have the freedom. And I'm afraid my dear, sweet Steve passed before he had total freedom. He was still struggling with a few things, but he had come a long way, and he loved hard and mightily, and he was flawed. But there was a dove that came into my house, and it had to have been the day Steve died, because when Mark came here to get our dog Raina and brought her home for me, of course I was still traveling, and he said, it's the strangest thing, there was a dove on your windowsill. And because I was in that blender, I didn't hear him. And then yesterday, I was washing my dishes. I was finally catching up with things. I was weeks behind, and all in my sadness wasn't getting anything done. And I'm washing my dishes, and I'm thinking, what is that on my windowsill? And it was bird crap. And I'm like, it finally dawned on me, there was the dove. And it had to have been there for like 12 hours because it was a lot of bird crap. And so I got my duster out, and I'm like, God, why did I have a dove in my house? Well, there was a little connection to this, because when I went to see Steve's body on Friday, first I prayed a resurrection prayer and said, God, I know you could just wake him up right now and he could get in the car and go back to Georgia with me like we had planned. And then I said, no, never mind. I know he's good. I know he's good with you. And I don't want him to come back and pain again. And I just kept talking to him, and I didn't want to leave the room. It was very weird. And the way he did, Steve cried a lot. He was very dramatic. Liked to play, liked to get sad big. Like, he was just larger than life anyway about everything. But while I was talking to him, and I was starting to talk about the last 5 weeks, it was like he was losing his mind. He would say things he didn't mean, and I knew he didn't mean them. And I had finally just cut myself off. I'm like, I'm going to distance myself from this because I'm not going to be hurt by it. I love you anyway. I just basically just kept telling him, it'll be okay. And then he would tell me it'll be okay. I know he wasn't feeling well. And I saw him slipping away. But he had done that once before around Thanksgiving, and he came back to me, so I thought it would be okay, really. But as I was talking to him, this moisture came to the corner of his outside of his eye. I thought he was just melting, because he had been in the refrigerator. So I wiped his eye. And then I kept talking, and another little tear. And I know what he wants me to express is God is peace. God is about reconciliation. God is about, if he ever said anything, and that's what he never meant to hurt. He never intended to do harm. His heart wasn't capable of that. But if ever there was anything he said or did, he wants forgiveness, and he wants you to move on in freedom in Christ. I know that that's the message that I was supposed to stand here and say today. That he loved you so much, and he loved me so much, and I am so delighted that I can stand here and say that. God bless you all. I'm going to say something about grief because I think we're all feeling it, and I put this on my Facebook post yesterday, or maybe the day before. All these days are just running together now. By the way, I listened to one of his CDs, and it's one he recently shared with me, and it is not Christian because it's by a group called Fort Life. It's because there's 4 musicians. But it is called Under the Sheets, or Between the Sheets, or something like that too. So it all sounds bad. But it's a great instrumental if y'all ever want to hear Steve's heart about, and we used to dance to that kind of music all the time, Will Shag and everything else too, but we both love to dance. So this says, grief I've learned is really just love. It's all the love you want to give but cannot. All of the plans and unfulfilled expectations and unspent love gathers into the corners of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and the hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love with no place to go. Thank you all for being here.
Thanks all of you for the words. We all knew Steve in a different way, and thank you all for coming today. And you meant something to Steve, and Steve meant something to you, obviously, and so we really appreciate your credits today. The last few days I've had a lot of remembrances of Steve. Steve and I communicated constantly, and I thought about it this morning. I remembered as I was getting up, messages that he would leave sometimes when he got up before me and he called me. And he would sing this little piece of a Beatles song. He'd say, get up, get out of bed, drag a comb across your head, like that. And then he'd start with his message or whatever it was, and I was always just rolling my eyes at it. But, You know, and what the funny thing, of course, that song is very ironic because neither of us had dragged and come across our long time. But just as I was going through, we had the honor of going through some of Steve's photos in the last few days, putting together and just honoring him and seeing pictures of him and in all phases of his life. And I had the honor of, I've known Steve for almost 20 years. When I met Kim, I also met Steve. Steve moved in the time, in the 20 years that I knew him, he moved from my wife's ex-husband to friend, to brother in Christ, to brother for real. He's the brother I never had, and my best friend on the planet. I'm going to miss him greatly. We put together something, as I said, you all have different memories of Steve. You've been with him through other periods that maybe I didn't get to experience with him. But what we've done, we've put together a little show of some pictures, and hopefully these will bring back some precious memories for you of our precious Steve.
Look at those skinny legs. It wasn't a new look. It wasn't a new look.
I don't have anything prepared, so sorry. My dad was such a weird guy. If you ever said, if you knew him and you ever said "What's up" to him, he would say "All navigating aircraft."
Oh, yeah.
Every single time, and it was so annoying. You just had to stop saying it to him. He would, whenever he went to like Food Line or anything, he would make jokes that didn't make any sense, but he would find them hilarious, and the cashier would just be like, okay, yeah. But he did it out of love. He loved to talk to people. He loved to tell jokes, even if they weren't funny. They never landed. It didn't matter. He loved to tell them. And he put all of himself into other people.
Amen.
All of it. He, when I was a toddler, after my parents split up, he quit a very cushy job to raise me as a single father in his house, and just spent all of his time and money on caring for me, making sure that I was happy, and that we were happy. He spent so much money on me. I have like buckets of toys that I played with once and threw away. And then he would buy another one for me because it made me smile. He took me to Disney World and Sea World and all that, and he was miserable through all those things, but he just loved that I was having fun on the rides. He never got on it. Yeah, that's really, he put so much into caring for other people throughout all his life. Just every moment was spent making sure that other people were taken care of.
You watch a video like that many times, of course, it starts to create memories that you have had. And so I want to give everybody just a moment to use the power of your mind to just close your eyes. And before we continue on with our service, just have a moment to think through those times that you were with Steve and make that your personal time. Because I know that not everybody can share, but we want to slide stuff like that.